The next station is
Innovation. Innovation.
Innovation Station begins now, and today we talk baby transporters.
Yes, baby carriers, to be more exact.
Yeah.
Well, one of the best-selling baby carriers was made by a mother. And she is from Korea. Her name is Im Il-rang. And with just 16 employees and all working from home, they don't have an office. On their business cards, every single person's business card has their own address on it.
Oh.
Yeah, because they don't have a working, a workplace.
Sure.
Very interesting.
Anyhow, with just 16 employees, in the year 2019 alone, the company was able to accomplish 14.4 billion won in sales. So that's 14.4억.
Holy cow. Only from sales here in Korea or
No.
internationally?
Internationally. So I'll give you the reason why she started this business first. So Im Il-rang was working for an e-commerce company in the beginning. It was kind of like a startup. So she joined when there were less than 20 people, and she saw that company building up to 1,400 employees. So she saw that, and she was just one of us, thinking, I would never start my own business. I'm just an employee of a company. And then came pregnancy. So she had to quit her job. So after quitting her job, she was just, a stay-at-home mom. And after giving birth, she bought all these baby carriers that people, said that were good.
As you typically do.
Exactly. But she had a herniated cervical disc.
Oh.
So that became worse because of the baby carrier that she bought, because she constantly had to look down on her baby, right? So it got really worse. And because of the pain, she started thinking, hey, why isn't there a product that can be good for both the baby and the mother and also be fashionable at the same time?
Okay.
Because, all the baby carriers, they look like baby carriers, right? And even though you wear something nice, it covers what you're wearing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really show off what you're wearing. So, a lot of moms that I know, they go through this period of not exactly depression, but, they feel like they don't live for themselves, but for other people, especially their baby. They're there just for the baby. So she wanted to create a baby carrier that could be fashionable for the mothers so that they can also say, hey, fashion matters for me, right? So these days in Korea, there's a lot of couples that decide not to have babies, but they say the industry for infants and toddlers, the sales are going up and up and up. The demand is going up. The reason is because nowadays, people who have babies, young and old, they want to make a fashion statement. They're willing to open their wallets for anything that can kind of portray or represent who they are.
Idea. You know how police officers wear their gun in a holster on the side of their hip?
Yeah.
Baby holster.
Oh. Clearly you have
Okay,
not
so you
held a baby.
You can only have that for a certain number of months because...
Dream squashers. I could have my own $14 billion company someday.
Okay, try it out.
We're talking baby carriers today, and we'll pick it up when we come back. Here's Jack Johnson with My Own Two Hands. Innovation Station. Today we're telling the story, Kaylin's telling the story of Im Il-rang, who was working for a company, and she witnessed that company get bigger and bigger. She didn't really have aspirations in the beginning of owning her own company, but she became pregnant. She had a disc problem in her neck, and with the current carrier the way it was giving her neck problems. So she thought, number one, we can make this better for moms and babies. Number two, we can fix a fashion problem here at the same time.
Exactly. So, she never even aspired to become a businesswoman. But when she decided to make her own carrier, her husband was very supportive. And because she didn't know where to go, she went to the dry cleaners first and asked, she had some drawings of a baby carrier. Then she asked the dry cleaners, hey, can you make a sample of this? And he was like, you don't come here, right? You go to a 샘플실. That's what they call it's kind of like a sewing factory, but they only make samples.
Okay.
So he told her about that. So that's where she got started. So I was really inspired by this story because if you have an idea, sometimes we don't know where to start.
Absolutely.
Right? But if you go to one place that you think has like a slight possibility of, that can help you make something, then that leads to another opportunity.
Absolutely, because the dry cleaner wouldn't have any idea, but he happened to know where to send her, so it worked out perfectly. And that's really good information to know. So it's called 샘플실.
Yeah, 샘플실.
Like a sample room.
Exactly.
And those are places that if you have some sort of product design in mind, they can build a sample for you.
If it's related to fabric. Right. So she invested about 1,000만 won, so about $10,000 in making her first product. So she had like 7-8 samples that were made. She tried out every one of them and she came up with the one that she liked the most.
Wow.
And then she didn't know where to go on from there. Like, do I make my own
Back
website?
to the dry cleaner.
So on, one of those social media sites, she saw an announcer, a famous announcer, female, who just had a baby and was carrying her baby in one of those more traditional baby carriers. So she direct messaged her saying, hey, I'm a mom too. I have back problems. Doesn't your back hurt? I made this product. Do you want to try it out? I'll send it to you for free. And she DM'd back saying, oh yeah, sure, I want to try it. But there was no can you put a feed on your, on your social media?
Yeah.
There was nothing like that. But then the announcer who got the baby carrier liked it so much. She DM'd her back saying, hey, I just went to the department store wearing your baby carrier. At least 10 mothers came up to me and asked what this product was. And then she wrote on her feed, hey, this product is going to come out soon, Wow. But she had no website, no store,
She
no
had her
place to go.
seven samples and that's it.
Exactly. So what she did was she spent the whole night creating a website to sell her product.
Wow.
And that's how it began. And then one of the few people who inquired her internationally was from Japan and asked, hey, can you send one to Japan? Can you ship it? And she initially said no, because it was too expensive.
To ship it.
Yes. But then she was like, she had that woman back in her mind thinking, she probably needs the product. So she started going on this big e-commerce site, the Amit blank. And then actually, a lot of mothers from Japan and America started buying her product. She said she did the math. So the number of her baby carriers sold in Japan, 1 out of 3 moms have her baby carrier.
Oh, wow.
1 out of every 3 mothers in Japan have
Japan.
her baby carrier.
And this is all in just 3 years, 3-4 years.
What a story. We'll get some more details and we'll be closer to the end of the first hour after this. Here's Desiree. You gotta be. Okay, so up to date. The shipping goes to Japan. The shipping goes to the United States after things go on Amablank. And then it goes boom.
Boom. And it's ranked in the top 5 of baby carriers on that e-commerce site, even till this day.
Wow. And this is all within 3 years.
All within 3 to 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, this is, I think, their 5th year selling the product.
Unbelievable. But yet they still don't have a brick and mortar building.
No.
Everybody works from home.
Everyone works from home and they can be anywhere in the world. That's the beauty of it.
How does
right?
that work?
So they need sales representatives in each area that they sell the products, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they need someone to do CS.
Yeah.
So that's why, they can pick anyone from anywhere around the world working from home. And this company is strictly D2C. You've heard of B2B and B2C, right? Like business to consumer, business to business kind of operation. Yeah. So D2C is direct to customer. This means that they do all the manufacturing, all the design, and even delivery within their company. They don't outsource anything.
But within their company, what does that mean though? Because do they have their own production factory?
That's on them, on the CEO and the husband.
They make them themselves?
Not like themselves. I mean, they have their workers that make the products here in Korea, right? They have a factory that they have producing the products, but then everything else besides that is all work-based at home.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That
that's
actually
why.
kind of fits really
Yeah, that's
well.
why when they actually put out a job, if they have a job vacancy, so many people, thousands of people from the world apply and most of them are moms working at home.
Right.
Because they can easily take care of their kids and work at the same time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It sounds so
I mean-
wholesome.
Yeah, well, not only that, it sounds like she just gets it.
Yeah.
She gets everything, right? She's like, this baby carrier hurts my neck, and I don't think it doesn't look great either, so let me
Yeah.
fix that problem.
Yeah.
Oh, what don't employees like about working in a company? Let's fix that problem too.
Exactly. And the reason why they chose D2C, direct to customer, is they can get feedback from the customer directly. So they can make changes to their product very quickly.
What do you like about it? What don't you like
Yeah,
about it? How does it
exactly.
work? How does it not work for you personally?
So they can get that feedback really quickly. Their product is as light as a towel. So it's like 160 to 200 grams, even lighter than certain towels.
So one thing I haven't learned, what does it look like?
It looks like on the back, there's an X, right, to support.
Okay.
In the front, it kind of looks like a bigger X. It's like a wrap of fabric.
Okay.
And there's also a part where the baby can rest its bum
Okay.
with the two legs sticking out.
Oh, thank you, Keisha. Oh, I think I've seen this.
Yeah, it's
I've
kinda-
seen this everywhere. I just didn't know what I was looking at. That's
Yeah,
all.
so it has a particular design.
But the thing is, it does look like the traditional Korean one, right? To me, it does. Anyway.
the traditional
To the-
Korean one,
to the non-trained eye.
the traditional Korean one is more like a blanket.
Yeah.
With like
Extra straps.
yeah, extra
to kind
straps
of
that you
tie.
can wrap and
Yeah.
tie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but this one's a little different. You can wear it like a t-shirt. So it's easier to wear and it's easier to put down your baby once your baby starts napping.
And also, yeah, with the design, it doesn't, like fashionable, but
Yeah.
it looks good.
Yeah, exactly. And so they actually received the Red Dot Design Award 2 years consecutively.
How many of those do they give out?
They only give out a couple, it depending on which
Category,
category.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to get because about 7,000 products from 45 different countries compete in this awards, right? In 2020, they received an award in the brand and communication design sector. And this year, in 2021, they received the best of best, meaning the best design.
Out of all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Well done. It just shows you how quickly life can go from one place to another.
Yeah, it
huh?
does.
And it all started because she questioned, how come there is no other product that's like this? Why has no other person brought a product like this?
And if you have an idea, go check it out somewhere.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Go to your local dry cleaner and you will have one of the more successful companies in the world. That's what I learned today. Very interesting, Caitlin. Thanks for that. Hang around for hour number 2. Here's Angels and Airwaves to finish up the first. Everything's Magic.